Welcome to another episode of Geekmen and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Zombie.
That's right. And we already have a comment. Hey, Pops, how's it going?
Forgot to push that back. Hey, Pops.
And, man. Okay. I find that song snappy. It's catchy to me. Our intro song, and that's, of course, J.M. Scherf, the one and only. We've had him on here before. He's such a cool dude. And I just realized that our intro doesn't say, original theme composed by J.M. Scherf. And I feel so bad. I feel so bad that I need to add that now. So it's like, dang it.
Yep.
Just giving props where props are due.
So we've got a few episodes with new content in it now. Maybe cycle some new pictures in and get that credit for him put in. So you got to get one of your girls on that.
Right. For sure. But yeah, well, and streaming twice a week now too.
Yep.
Got to put that in there.
Yep. Oh. We've moved Toy Talk to Mondays.
Yep.
So I'm saving my box for Monday. You want to find out what's in this box? Tune in Monday at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll get it right one of these days.
It's weird for me because it's like even I sometimes forget that, and I think it's 9, and it's just like, oh, what? Oh no, my podcast! I gotta go.
Your nerd sense is tingling.
Right. Exactly. Oh goodness.
Yeah, not me, man. All day long, I'm like, we got a show tonight. Except Monday, I'm passed out.
Yeah.
Sleeping like a vampire during the day.
Yeah. That happens. That was me yesterday, dude.
Yeah, like, dude.
Wait, no, shit. That was actually today.
I'm full of energy.
I was mad because I woke up and I'm so confused. Like, it's like, wait, oh no, it's after 12. Like, oh no. So I jump up because my wife leaves for work.
Oh.
And I ran downstairs and it's like, oh, okay. Oh man, I didn't realize you were still here. Oh. I'm like, does this mean we can still watch an episode of Office? Because we're watching The Office right now. And we're most of the way through, but yeah, so it's like, oh man. She's like, no, we can eat some lunch and watch an Office. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank goodness. Why didn't you wake me?
That was a good nap.
Yeah, dude, I just passed out. I was out.
Hey, sometimes it happens, man. I've worked so hard before. I've made it maybe 5 feet in the door and hit the floor and I'm serious, just fell asleep right there in the entryway. And I woke up a couple of hours later, drool coming out of my mouth. There's a puddle on the floor. Right. And I'm like, oh God, what happened?
Exactly.
It's happened twice. It's happened. So I work hard. When I go hard.
Yep.
So, but so we just started watching the second season of House of Dragons.
Oh, okay.
So we've been waiting because I've had a pretty busy schedule, and then the kids have been busy with stuff. So I was pretty tired last night, but I went downstairs with my wife and I said, "Hey, you want to start watching that?" Because like I'm not really doing anything tonight. I'm too tired. I can't work on nothing. So
yeah.
So yeah, sure, we can do that. So we burned through the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, I think we've watched the first episode and that's it. But
it's kind of a lot of the same. Like this person's mad at that person because they did this, so they retaliate and they did something, and now they're mad at the other person, and it's all like one big misunderstanding, and somebody wants power for themselves, and the king is losing his shit. So it's kind of a bunch of the same thing. So
I got to a point where it's like, all right, you know what? We're busy with all this stuff. It's like, you know what? I think we'll just have to wait until all the episodes are out and then we can binge it straight through. Yeah. It's like, so that's what we're doing. So I
think there's 8 episodes for the second season. I think
Yeah, I think that
So
sounds right.
the last episode should be coming out this Sunday. You have a request, Dustin.
Oh, yeehaw. Okay, so
It's
yeah.
the hat. It's,
That's
it's the hat. Hang
the
on.
deal.
Do it again. Do it again. I stepped all over you.
Yeehaw.
Come on. You could do better than that.
My voice. I need to warm up my voice. La, 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 la.
Oh, come
So
on.
we're
You
doing
got
that
to
with-
give him a yeah. Come on.
There you go. Oh boy. So yeah, I mean, we're doing that with House of Dragons. Evil. Have you seen that? It's a really good show on Paramount, but it's also on Netflix. But the current season's on Paramount. So we're waiting through that. It's this is the final season, and soon you'll be able to watch all of it in all its glory. It's messed up. But and The Boys, that's the other show. We're behind on, so I've heard mixed reviews about Boys.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look the new season up yet either. It's just been so busy. I got to squeeze in the movies that we got to talk about tonight.
Right. We were pretty cutting it pretty close. We just watched we just finished The Endless last night, and we had to cut that up into a couple parts. So, and I think that's part of the downside of the whole. Oh, geez, that's what I was gonna do. I need to share this. But we're not ready to talk about the movie, so we'll do that in a minute.
Looks like Jim O'Reilly says hello. Hey, how you doing? Hope I said that right.
Hey, how's it going?
Howdy. You missed the yeehaw off.
Yeah. Indeed. Howdy. But yeah.
So
boy.
Have you been paying attention to anything from the Olympics?
Yeah.
Did you?
A little bit, yeah.
So I haven't watched any of it. So I've only seen what people have, reposted and talked about. So you've seen the guy from Turkey, the shooter, right?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
I've only heard about the dude that beat up the other girl.
Yeah, no. We're not going to talk about all that.
Right.
That's too much drama for our show.
Yeah, for sure.
No. Go to Google. Go pull up another window. Go to Google. Type in Turkey Olympic shooter and look up this absolute badass. Okay, like I'm serious. I didn't watch this. I just see it from people reposting it. It's blowing up everywhere. This guy, he's just got a t-shirt and shorts on, one hand in his pocket, and he's got the firearm just aimed. He's got just simple earplugs in his ear, and he's shooting almost a perfect score. It's just this gray-haired guy with glasses. Meanwhile, everybody else has got all these like weird glasses and the big ear mufflers on, and and they're all like doing these weird anime poses and stuff, shooting, and he's just got his hand in his pocket, like I don't know, some scene from Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And he wins silver. He's blowing up everywhere. So he didn't do it by himself. He does have a teammate. So, but they took silver. So without any specialized gear, which is weird to see people like wearing these weird glasses and stuff participating in this. Yeah, that's him. So scroll a little bit. Let's see if we can get the picture that's going everywhere on the internet right now with him just his hand in his pocket. Like, yeah, that's the back shot. No, that's the back shot of him. Do they don't have the picture. No. So just back up and just click on images. See if we can get that picture up. Because he's just, there you go. That's him. So that second picture there, you look at that, and she's, I don't know where she was from or whatever, but she's got like them weird anime Trigun glasses on, and I mean, look how she's holding it, like holding the pistol.
Jeez.
And this one guy, I didn't even know if this was real or not, but this one guy, he's got like his back arched and his hand like way bit kind of weird. But no, this guy, like, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he's just some guy. Like, I read something on him because I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And he like took up shooting just to like pass the time or something like that. And
that's wild.
Yeah, just it's crazy. It's like, okay, he deserves whatever it is that they win because
Right.
that's talent. You don't need weird special glasses. Yeah, like look at that chick right there.
51-year-old Turkish shooter goes viral.
Yeah,
crazy.
like people have been memeing it left and right. Like my favorite one, somebody just put the caption of it like, I know a professional killer when I see one, or when I see one, or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that's the winner right there.
I mean, what on earth?
he's that's just badass.
What is this?
Yeah, it's weird, like to see some of the gear that the other competitors were wearing, and I'm like, how is that allowed? Like it's special magnifying glasses or some weird something or another. I don't know what that stuff was, but
here's another one.
It's just
that's
odd.
weird. Yeah, see, yes. I did see something like this, but it wasn't the Yusuf guy. But yeah, I saw someone have these weird goggles on. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I just scrolled on past.
It's bizarre.
But, yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy just to see him, and he's just got his partner, his teammate did the same thing. I think it was a woman. She had her hand in her pocket too.
Yeah,
and they were. I mean, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. I think there was a shot of them both together, maybe somewhere close to the top or something.
Yeah, I thought there was something.
Yeah, right there, all the way at the end. To the right, on the bottom. That's the team from Turkey.
Huh.
And they both have their hands in their pockets. She does have the bigger ear, muffs or whatever, the ear canceling noise muffs or whatever you call them. I don't know. But just look at the expression on his face. He's just like, man, okay, I'm here. Let's get this done.
Right. He's seriously like the professional.
Yes. And I was about to say, I saw somebody did like these anime sketches. He's like sitting in some coffee house or something, and this guy in a suit comes walking up, and he's telling him, we need you for one last job. And his response is, I'm retired. And they say something else, and then as the guy in the suit, he accepts, of course, and then the guy in the suit, as he's walking away, he says, and remember, this is a low, to keep a low profile or whatever. So the guy shows up like this to do it, and now everybody's paying attention to him because he doesn't look anything like the other competitors.
Right.
I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I couldn't help it. I usually don't pay attention to Olympics or nothing like that, but when it's everywhere, you can't help but see it.
Yeah, it's definitely something like I usually just watch swimming and gymnastics. Simone Biles, brought it home. It was awesome. So, yeah.
So,
anyway, what movie do you want to start on?
Let's go corrective measures first.
Okay.
We'll go corrective measures because I didn't really like this movie. It was my
He's
pick.
Bored. Resistance is futile.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, and he didn't showboat or anything. After he was done, he set the firearm down and he just kind of walked off. Away. He didn't go, what's up? What's up? Nothing. Just cool as a cucumber. showed up, did what he was supposed to do, and left like a boss.
Yep. Like a mouse.
Yeah. No, okay, so corrective measures. Let's
All right, so let me pull up the thing.
Yeah.
I'll work on that. You talk about the movie and give some background a little bit.
Okay, so it's very much a world where people suddenly, start developing powers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a concept that you've seen in a lot of things. I mean, even My Hero Academia, that sort of stuff, but it's set more in a real world type of setting. So more often than not, you have people that, okay, I've got these powers. Well, I'm going to use them to my benefit, and they are seen as villains. So, Congress gets involved and they're like, all right, we got to pass new laws for these, people with special powers. We got to contain them because they're a danger to everybody. You use your powers for evil purposes or whatever, you're going to be locked up and we're never going to let you out.
Right.
So they build this prison and it's hidden. So it's not like a public thing, like everybody just knows where it is, and it's off in the woods somewhere, isolated. The roads are overgrown, and so it's this prison compound. Yeah. So it's this prison compound where pretty much you get sent here, you are stuck there until they finish building the very public, high super security prison for people with powers.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a makeshift prison to hold everybody with these powers. And of course they come up with this nullifying cup thing that they put around your leg so that it shuts off your powers, cancels them out, all that kind of stuff. So Bruce Willis was in this movie. This is probably...
And Tom Cavanaugh.
One of the... Yeah, him too. But this was probably one of Bruce Willis's last movies. He didn't really do much in this movie, but sit.
Yeah,
so you
that was
could tell. You could tell he was kind of not his usual self in this movie.
Yeah, he was. Don't go into this thinking he's gonna say, whatever, yeehaw, yeehaw.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
He's
nothing like that.
He's a very tired Bruce Willis in this movie, and his character is called the Lobe. He has capabilities in his brain where he can make people say or do things against their will and control them and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's in maximum lockdown.
Yep.
He's a bad dude, and you don't mess with him. So you come to find out he's kind of the big boss of the prison. Like he's still running things even though he's locked up. Yep. Sort of, that whole gangster type of thing that you would expect, and he's got his henchmen, and he's got, people that are his pawns and all that kind of stuff. We get an opening scene of a very Punisher-esque type of character.
Yes.
Instead of a skull, it's a big red cross.
Yeah.
So across his chest first, just the shirt and everything. And he's there, and there's a couple of more than a couple. There's some guys there that have got this other guy tied up. He owes them money. They want their money, or So then this other guy, and I can't remember stuff. What was? Do you remember the character's name? The Punisher guy. Like I can't remember his name. It escapes.
I don't remember.
So they each get their own, superhero villain names or whatever. And I can't remember his just off the top of my head.
It wasn't Punisher, but it was something like Punisher, like Vindicator, or it something was weird like that.
It was somebody grab a thesaurus and look this up.
I'm looking it up on Corrective Mesh.
So he takes care of those guys that have kidnapped this other guy, obviously, or whatever. And the guy thinks, oh, thank God you saved me. And he's like, oh, no, you got the wrong idea. I couldn't let them kill you. You're mine.
Yeah, I have to kill you.
Yeah. So, and he does, and then he gets arrested and brought to this prison. So we kind of get to see part of this prison through his eyes.
Yeah.
like we're introduced to him. He's very anti-heroish kind of character or whatever. He's not really a good guy. I wouldn't call him a bad guy because he's kind of taken out some of the bad guys.
Yes, he's definitely no, I can't find him. Where is he? Dude, what the heck is his name?
One of the things right away that kind of turned it for me, that I'm like, okay, it's going to be kind of one of those movies, is when they get to the prison and they show him there and they've got those several guys lined up telling them what's what and how it's going to be and all that kind of stuff. I'm going, okay, it's going to be...
Oh, Payback.
Payback, yeah, that's his name,
yeah.
Payback. That's what he calls himself. So you've got the other prisoners that are watching them through the fences. Oh, you're mine, that sort of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, I see where this is going. So the whole time, like Payback and this other guy, this Diamond dude guy.
Yeah, Diamond. Yeah, Diamond
hating each other. Then they fight every chance they get, and the guards just let them do it to a point, and then, you know, they zap them all and make them hit the ground or whatever, and then they put them up. Like,
Diamond Jim.
It's like an everyday thing. Like, okay, we're going to fight every day we're in here.
Yeah. And, okay, so this is very much like Cell Block 99. However, think of it like superheroes, because it's like a Supermax prison, like you see in like in DC Comics. It's like a Supermax type prison.
A Supermax prison, but it's the prison from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, any of these guys could break out of this place even without their powers, because it's just chain link fences everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? I don't know. The one guy, the conductor, I liked him, even though he was a bad guy. I liked him. Like, without his powers, he was kind of a chill dude. Like, he knew what he was capable of, but he was just completely neutered without his powers. And then when everything like turned upside down and they turned off the nullies and everybody he got his powers back first, so that everybody else could get their powers back. Like,
Tom Cavanaugh is awesome.
Like, yeah, it was like, okay, yeah, this feels familiar.
Like, this is what it feels like.
Yeah. But then he was being used by the Lobe, and he knew it. And it took me a second to understand that, because I'm like, this dude wants out. Like, he wants out more than anything. Yeah. And you could see, like, he is on the cusp as soon as he gets his powers back of just blowing a hole through the wall and walking out, and nobody can stop him.
Right.
And he doesn't do it. And I'm going, what are you doing? You know? So as it plays out, I understood. I'm like, okay, that's why he didn't do it.
Right.
You know, because if he would have, and the Lobe got out, like, he knew he was going to die anyway. Right. So as soon as that first step to that plan was set in motion, I think he knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
And that really sucked.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what did you think about it? Let's hear what you think.
Okay, so I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was all right. It wasn't like my favorite movie ever, but I mean, it was entertaining. And I know where is it? I think my wife found it entertaining.
I mean, it wasn't like a really terrible movie. It was cool seeing all the different people with the different powers and stuff.
Yeah, she says, I would not want to live with supers all around. It's great that they built a prison for them, but if they never die, then that would be they would have to keep building on forever. And she says, I give it 2.5 stars. So 2.5 on this is 2.5 mixed feelings, flawed but worthy, moderately insightful. Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's a fair assessment because they could have went any direction, really.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a bad movie, I wouldn't say, but it's not like top tier. Like, don't go into it thinking it's like one of these big budget superhero movies. It's not. And the thing about dying, you know, they kill themselves plenty in the prison.
Right.
So they kind of take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
that's one thing that I think, because I know they can die.
Yeah.
But I think that's one thing that she was a little confused on. That
like the one guy who was missing his head, like that was his power. Like if he lost the body part, it grew back like a lizard.
Yeah.
You know, like a lizard can grow back its body. Obviously not its head, but this guy could. Yeah, and we see him close to the end of the movie. You know, he's laying there, and the doctor's talking to him, and he gets up and walks away. Like he missed the whole thing. But yeah, it's interesting, and it kind of raises the question. You know, if you had powers, like I'm asking you directly, Dustin.
Yeah.
If you had powers, would you tell anybody? Would you let anybody know?
There would be evidence, but no, I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I don't think
especially if it's as persecuted as it was in their universe, I would not want to tell
absolutely. Absolutely. Right. I mean, we live in a world where people prosecute others based on their skin color or their nationality, or, you know. So absolutely, I believe that if people started developing powers and stuff, that they would be absolutely prosecuted for it. Yeah. I would not. I wouldn't. Nope. I'd have a secret identity. Like I probably wouldn't even try using them around other people or in areas that I know that I could be filmed.
Right, which means pretty much not in Europe at all, ever. CCTV would catch you on that.
Like you know, Halloween's coming up, and we've all played dress up at some point or another as kids or something like that, you know. Like people that know you, even if you've got a mask on covering your entire face, people that know you are going to know that's you. Yeah. So I don't know how secret identity it would be.
Well, I mean,
it would be, but
yeah, who knows? I don't know. I think it's something like you have to do something, I don't know, supernatural type shit. I don't know.
But, yeah. But I really do.
Hey there, Jessica.
Hey, Jess. I really do think that in a world where something like that could happen, there'd be a lot of people that would go to their heads and they would absolutely abuse it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it would be a very scary thing, you know. Like, have you seen the movie Chronicle?
Yes.
Like those kids where they're exposed to that thing and then they start developing powers and stuff. And the one guy, like, he fucking loses.
Oh, yeah, he does. And that's such a good movie. I want to watch that again.
Sometime. Yeah, that's a good one.
You'd have to adopt a different person down to body language. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, that's like what Clark Kent does.
You would have to be a method actor, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So it wouldn't just be donning a mask and calling yourself something else. You have to relearn everything.
Yep. And it's like, if you write right-handed, you got to write left-handed in this instance, you know? So it's like, it's just wild. I don't know.
Well, see, I could already do that. I'm ambidextrous. So.
I can't. Well, I can, but it looks like shit.
You know, it's funny. I can write print better with my right hand than I can with my left, but I can write script cursive better with my left than I can with my right. It's bizarre. It's so weird.
Yeah,
I had to reteach myself how to write when I was in what was it? Is it junior high? I think it was. I don't remember what grade I was in. I really don't. But so I remember, I'm going to share a little bit of my past here. I remember as a small kid, my grandfather, I have very early memories of him when he still had both hands. So he had an accident and he lost his right hand from about here down. You know, here down. Let me do it that way. So, and he was right-handed. They couldn't save it, so it was amputated. So I remember he had those, those big notepads with the big wide ruled lines on it. You get kids to teach how to write and everything. I remember him writing the alphabets over and over and over, and then trying to sign his name over and over in those things to teach himself how to write again. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, this arm's in the cast. I'm right-handed. Like, how am I going to do this? Like, I've got teachers that expect me to keep up with writing notes. So I went after it. And slowly but surely, I taught myself how to write with my left hand. I couldn't always keep up, and I can still do it to this day. So it's interesting what you can teach yourself.
I need to work on teaching myself a lot of different things.
but yeah, absolutely. You could relearn how to adopt new behaviors and nuances with your person. I guess I don't know how to describe that. Like even like this. Like you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right thumb on top. No, left thumb on top. Right thumb on top. So
that'd be wild. But yeah, I don't know. I would not be ready for that.
So what would your rating be for this?
Okay, let me pull it up. Hang on.
And just leave it up because I'll go straight into mine after you.
Probably 3 stars. Because Michael Rooker, Tom Cavanaugh, Bruce Willis, it was great. I think the ending really secured it as whoa, that's a far out movie.
Okay. Did you catch the end credit scene?
I didn't see an end credit scene.
There was 2. There was 2 end credit scenes. Okay, so I won't do it. Well, no, because I'm not anybody that hasn't seen it that might want to go watch it or whatever. Like, seriously, it's not a bad movie. You get to see a lot of cool different powers that these inmates have, and they do display them, and it's an interesting build up to that.
Yeah.
Like the one guy, the flu.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was so sick.
That was nasty. I felt so sorry for that guy because you just know, he was not a bad dude,
Right.
He just got stuck with a shitty power. And he probably killed somebody and they locked him up for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's one of the characters I just feel so sorry for. He don't need to be locked up. He needs help.
Oh,
Mr. Bracey.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got nerve damage in my drawing hand and taught myself how to draw again by inking over other artists' work. There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Not awesome that you got nerve damage. Awesome that you could relearn how to do that. That's absolutely incredible.
Yep. Definitely.
So you gave it 3 stars, right?
Yeah, I'd say 3. Especially because of the ending. It was just that ending secured it. It was like, okay, that was cool. I didn't see that coming. I won't give it away. But
yeah, that plays a little bit into if you had powers, would you tell anybody?
Right.
So even he says it. I'm like, oh yes, see right there.
Yep.
Never show them your full hand.
Right.
So okay, so yeah, the two cut scenes. So I loved the like the way the movie cut to like a news, like what do you call it, a news station, like breaking news, you know, and it had the little ticker across the bottom that had stuff. I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do? Am I going to listen to what they're saying, or am I going to read this? Because it had nothing to do with what they were saying. And it was hilarious stuff that they'd have on that ticker. Yeah. If you didn't pay attention to it, go back and just read that stuff in those scenes. It's great stuff. So there was a cut scene where they brought back the news anchors.
Uh-huh.
And then at the very, very end. So wait. I'm getting it mixed up. So the first cut scene was what was the big ogre looking dude? What did they call him? Like Greg or something another? I can't remember. So he tells a dad joke at his parole hearing. So that was the first cut scene.
Yeah.
Like not cut scene, end credit scene.
End credit.
I'm sorry, end credit scene. So okay. So that was the first one. The one at the very end, because watching this on Tubi, it's a Tubi original. Tubi likes to put that thing up for suggested movies, you know, as the credits are rolling. So you gotta like cancel that out. Let the credits roll. Fast forward it to the very end, whatever you feel like doing. So that was the like the breaking news where they talk about, you know, the prison riot and you know, inmates have died and all this kind of stuff. And then there was one inmate that escaped. And you're going, wait, how did they know about? And then they say another name. And it's like, what? And I can't remember what the name of that character was, but it was the vampire looking dude. But they called him. Yeah, you know, the one inmate, like, if you watch the trailer for this movie, you see, like, this one, he's, like, you know, he's all white, he's got a nasty, like, bat face and big pointy ears.
Oh, wow.
They show him, like, he's grabbed the bars, and he's, like, you know, in the preview.
Yeah.
That character. But they called him a zombier. I'm like, what? Like, you think he's a vampire? Yes. He's like a zombie vampire. I'm going, oh my god, you know. So they say in that little news break, in the end,
Zed the Zombier.
Yeah. That's it. They say, you know, that their cameraman died to bring them the footage of, you know, what you're about to see, you know. And I'm like, no, you can't kill the cameraman. That's not how that works.
Right.
The cameraman always lives.
Someone's got to live to tell.
But yeah, so it was a nice way to end that movie. I thought, like, okay, so he got out, like he escaped. You know, it was a fun spin on how they revealed that. You know, so if you missed it, pull it back up.
Yeah,
go all the way to the end and check it out. So I would give it probably 3.5. Nice. I thought it was very good. It's an interesting concept. The execution is a little bit loose. It's definitely invoking, like, okay, I see what you were trying to do with it. Right. So there was probably, you know, budget hindrances or, you know, whatever it may have been.
Yeah.
The camera lived to tell. Yeah.
It's like Natural Born Killers. I haven't seen that one.
I can't remember if I have or not. But no. Yeah, it's worth a watch. You know, if you got nothing going on or whatever, it's a fun little romp.
Yeah. I had no problem with it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. So let's move on to
The
Endless?
Yes.
Yes, The Endless. Okay, this one definitely caught me off guard. I actually enjoyed this one more than Countermeasures movie.
Corrective Measures, yeah.
Corrective Measures, yeah, Countermeasures. What did I say that for? That's weird. So Mr. Bracey said something, I think.
Did he?
Or let's see. Was it? Let me go back up and find it. So somebody said something about a prequel to the end.
Yes, yeah, I did see that.
Haven't seen Corrective Measures, but The Endless and its prequel are brilliant. So what is the prequel to The Endless?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be interested to see that, since, I mean, I did enjoy The Endless. It had a very Lovecraftian type feel to the whole thing.
The Endless prequel. Let's see. Resolution 2012. It's considered a partial prequel to the 2017 film The Endless, just because both movies share the same creative universe and some characters. Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead directed both films, and Benson wrote The Resolution. It says The Endless is about two brothers. No, The Endless, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So what
Resolution is about a graphic designer who goes on to create a remote cabin to save his drug-addicted best friend. Okay, so
that's those two characters.
That's those two characters, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's called The Resolution?
It's just called Resolution.
Oh, okay, I see it. Resolution. Where is it streaming? Because I definitely want to. I want to check that out too. Streaming. It says Tubi.
Oh, nice.
There you go. All right. So thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no idea. That's really cool. And I actually kind of felt sorry for those two guys. So this was your movie. Tell us about it.
What, The Endless?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I suppose it was, wasn't it? I picked it because it was horror, and I knew my wife might like it, Humaira. So I was like, yeah, I'll throw this in here for something for her to watch, because she gets bored easily during the movies. So, so that's why I picked it. But I thought it, along with its Lovecraftian type themes, I thought it was intriguing that it was based on two brothers who escaped. It says, quoted, escaped a UFO cult, a UFO death cult, and are now faced with having to possibly return back to visit. So I thought that was interesting, and that's why I suggested we watch it. Plus, I mean, it comes up on my to watch list on Tubi. It keeps suggesting it. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
So yeah, that's kind of the premise.
Check in with White Fair Comics. Hello all, how's it going?
How you doing? Well,
and
let me fix my comments. I scrolled up. I'm missing comments.
Felt sorry for the graphic designer's wife and kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of did.
Yes,
suck.
I mean, because they talked about that in the movie, because it's just like in the Endless, because it's like, here's this wife and kid who's just like no idea where that dude is, and here he is,
and they're so close to each other.
They are,
and they can never reach each other.
Right.
That's what's heartbreaking over it.
So that's one thing that I'm kind of curious about. Like, so they managed to navigate against all odds through to get to the camp and to get to the other people, eventually. Do you think that they could or should do that?
So the way that I took it is when the reset happens, if you are within the vicinity of this creature, whatever it is, you are stuck there. And there's this dome that's kind of over you. And once you reach the perimeter of that dome and you try to go through it, like that one guy that we think he's nuts, that he hung himself and then suddenly he's there again.
Yeah.
Remember, he tried to run past one of those weird stick things coming out of the ground. Like he went through it and he just vanished.
Yeah, because he busted out the other side.
It reset him. Basically it respawned him back to wherever he was when the reset happened for him. That's where he pops up every single time, and he can't leave that circle.
Right. See, I kind of thought it was those stick things, the totem things, that was controlling it. But I don't know, like, because you see he wakes up and sees that gun sitting there, and he reaches down and blows his head off.
Right.
And then he presumably respawned at his first death.
So he ended up back in like that shack wherever.
That I'm guessing that's all I have to go on. So I'm guessing that's what he did. Or do you think he ended up in the chair with the gun in his hand again?
So no, I think he ended up respawning back in the shed, just like the guy that was in that tent.
Yeah.
Like that early like 1900s guy, whatever, that only had like 5 seconds, like in the tent. You just see him run, and then he spawns back in that chair.
Yeah.
No matter what direction he tried to go in that tent, he always respawned back in that chair.
Huh. Okay.
So I think that's the way that ended up working out. So, and if you took yourself out before the next reset happens, which is when the creature comes and takes you out, it resets your whole sphere. So if you commit suicide, just like the guy that we see where, like you said, he took the gun and blew his brains out that last time we saw him.
Yeah.
His reset happens as he dies. Like he pops back up.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Bracey says one of the directors have other films sort of in this universe. Go see Synchronic and Something in the Dirt. And then he says, if you watch Resolution, you'll find out more about how the rules work. You don't have to be stuck there, but it's hard not to be. Okay. Good to know. Because that's one thing that I was like puzzling over. I was like, man.
Yeah. So the two guys, the two brothers, they can move freely between and in and out of people's spheres where they are stuck because they have not reached the point of reset. So they have not been killed by the monster after the third moon pops up, and the reset happens. So that's why they can move wherever it is that they want to. But, if they're coerced into staying in one spot and then the reset happens, that's their spot. Like I think that spot where that mobile home showed up, I think that was meant to be their spot, the two brothers, because that one brother just pops up, as he's standing there, and then they see like the projector, and then like they see themselves in that weird video. So there is a point of no return after, once that reset happens.
So going to the comments, we have What do you know? A theater made for me. He has ADHD.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, right?
I'm surprised we haven't gone off on too big of a tangent yet.
I know. We're trying to keep it, wrapped together a little bit. So.
We're trying hard to stay focused.
Absolutely.
And when there's 3 or more of us here on screen, it's even harder.
Yep.
So you just get the dynamic duo here tonight.
Yep. So, well, speaking of third person, because all the info dumping in 1 hour, right? Yeah. So we have my Pumaira, who said, the Endless was awesome. I just thought the storyline was so different from anything I have seen. I would love to go visit. That's what she said.
Oh, hell no. No, thank you.
And then she asked what the other movie was, and I told her and reminded her. And she adds, I would have loved to see the alien creature, though, or whatever it is that's taking photos and sending them photos.
Yeah. So you get to see a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
So there's the artist's interpretation in her drawing that she showed.
Right.
Like the big shadow creature
kind
of thing. And then you kind of catch a glimpse of something in the boat scene where the one brother dived down to the bottom of the lake. And he came back up in a big choking hurry scare, like, oh shit, there's something down there,
Yeah.
So as the camera pans up,
right,
you kind of see something. So something's there, but you can't quite make out what it is. And that's what I find very Lovecraftian of it. It's because there's some entity there, and it's unseen for the most part. So it's the horror that's there, is there, and you can't
but it's the
see
unseen
it until it's too late.
Yeah. That's what Lovecraft always said. It's always the unseen that's the scariest part about the whole thing. So
exactly. Just think back to when you were a kid and you're in the dark and you hear something.
Right.
Your imagination just runs wild, like, oh my god, what was that? What was that? And you're all scrunched up on your covers, like, ah, shit, what was this?
Did I just hear that? That was over here. So Mr. Bracey says, invite me in, I'll derail you.
We're trying not to be derailed.
Right. But he also says it's like an alien that is treating us like pets or experiments.
Yeah. It's very very overlord type of puppet master kind of.
Yeah, very much. So that, I don't know, I find that interesting. I will definitely have to watch the resolution.
Yeah.
To get a little bit more insight. But for sure.
That was kind of a neat little, like they made that movie and they're like, hey, let's put these 2 guys in there. Yeah.
Let's just sprinkle a little bit of this in.
Yeah, and the one guy, like the one that's the addict, he's just chained. He's like, oh yeah, come on in, man. He's all friendly and shit.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'm just handcuffed here. There's nothing weird going on, I swear.
Like, yeah, it happens all the time.
Gosh, why don't you come on in, make yourself at home? So what movies do you want to watch next week?
Okay, so
it's about that time.
So I kind of want to keep the superhero theme going because I like those offbeat kind of superhero superpower movies. So I found out that Kick-Ass is on Tubi.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kick-Ass?
I have.
I have too, but it's been a while. So
let's see.
My pick is Kick-Ass.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fair.
Uh-oh. Do you not approve?
No, it's fine.
I have a second pick that I could go to if you don't want to watch that one.
Well, are we locked into watching one of them be the resolution?
Okay. Because I didn't know about that movie, I wasn't going to suggest it. But I will definitely go and watch that one anyway, whether we pick it or not.
Right. Same.
So I say if we're going to watch that one anyway, let's pick another one, but we can still share our thoughts on the resolution.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see. You suggested.
I do have a horror one that I can suggest since Pumira likes the horror stuff.
So I have one that is another one starring Bruce Willis.
Oh,
to spin off of that.
Okay.
But it also has Frank Grillo in it. It's called Cosmic Sin.
Oh. Never heard of it.
And let's see. It's sci-fi. I said pause. Okay. It's in the distant future, retired general joins forces with the top brass and a team of elite soldiers to thwart imminent interstellar alien conflict. So it's another one of those like alien type movies. It's got Bruce Willis, Brandon Thomas Lee, Corey Large, Perry Reeves, etc., etc. Frank Grillo.
Okay.
I can pull that up here.
We can do something for sci-fi. And it's funny.
It's alien.
It's funny. It's got
stuff.
cosmic in the title. We spent like all January talking about cosmic this, cosmic that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I find funny about it.
Hang on. What do we feel about Punisher 89? Punisher 89?
Man, I've probably seen. I don't even know if I've seen that whole movie. That's the one with
Dolph Lundgren?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy crap, I didn't even know this thing was a film.
Yeah. It's definitely.
Dude, I had no idea about this.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same kind of superhero movie, and I use superhero there loosely. It is not what you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
Because you might be used to today's movies where they made comic book characters into these characters for these movies.
Well, I mean, I'm talking. There was, I'm blanking on his name now. I keep wanting to say Mark Wahlberg, but I know that's not it.
For what? Well, okay. Well, give me some clues. What are you talking about? Another Punisher movie?
Yeah.
Thomas Jane.
Yes, Thomas Jane. There's been
not him.
Warzone with God rest his soul. Lovely actor.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the guy's name.
Ray Stevenson. Yes,
Ray Stevenson. Yes.
I loved that movie.
Yes, I loved him in that movie.
Yeah. So Dolph purposely went without sleep to get the dark circles around his eyes, and instead, where'd they go? People hit him in scenes for real. What? Dude, that's wild.
Really? So I'm trying to look up where that would be streaming.
And of course, there's John Bernthal, which he's fine. Let's see, Punisher.
He's not. I don't know. I see some YouTube links.
Huh. I had no idea this was even a movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, looks like it might be on Roku.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So it may be. I don't know. You might have to search for that one if we pick it. But I see. Like, let me see what happens if I click this YouTube link. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it's the full movie. So it's on YouTube. Been a while since I've had to watch one of these on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can look it up and find it on YouTube.
Now that's dedication. Yeah, probably. I would have to say this is definitely dedication.
Yeah, absolutely. The no sleep thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't see it streaming. YouTube might be the best bet. So
yeah.
All right.
So it is available. So what you pick? What you want to do? Now we usually try to just stick with 2 movies, so we can try to sort of keep this an hour and a half discussion.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. Let's just do. What was the other one?
You had suggested.
You had suggested
Cosmic something.
Cosmic Sin.
Cosmic Sin.
But now we're on Punisher 89.
So, okay, so instead of Kick-Ass, you want to do Punisher 89 because you didn't even know about this.
Yeah, sure.
I say let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can always circle back around to.
So who was it? Tim Olson. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
But see, now you have to come back next Friday when we talk.
For sure.
So you better tune in.
And Mr. Bracey, we are going to watch Resolution.
Oh yeah.
But separate. We're not making it the assignment for next week, so it's going to be Punisher and Cosmic Sin.
That's
just something that we're going to watch regardless.
Yeah, that's a bonus. So yeah, thank you for letting us know about that one.
For sure.
But
right.
Tim Olson, I better see you here next Friday.
And that's from X, Twitters, wherever that's from. But yeah. All right. Well, my pleasure. All right. Yeah, so
I guess that's a show.
That's the show. And so you kept it to an hour and 4 minutes.
Almost. No. So, don't forget we do stream again on Monday nights where we talk all things toys and, we drop a little comic book sprinkles in there sometimes.
Yep. I will have some too.
So the Friday night shows, we try to stick to,
entertainment purposes,
shows and movies and that sort of stuff. And then Monday night is my night. That's the toys. I'm the toy man.
I got toys too, but and Hawk Tua will chill a Hawk Tua on you. All right. So let me do this and we will wrap it up for tonight. And it has been fun. Until next time, until Monday, hopefully, we'll see you next time.